I'm super excited. I was just recording one of these. They take a couple times to get it right. And I got interrupted by a call because my client's offer was accepted. We wanted multiple offers. It always feels so good. Anyways, hi. If you live in Calgary or you're planning to move here or you're just interested in the real estate market, this video might be for you. We're going to dive into the discussion about sales, new listings, inventory, and months of supply for January, and finally, whether or not now is the right time to buy a home in Calgary. And I'll give you a hint. The answer is not always yes. I'm Dawn, Realtor with Real Broker here in Calgary. I've been selling real estate for 8 years, and if you're making a move, I would love to help you. You can book a call with me in the description below. As you know, I've been tracking the sales, so we could see that sales were up for January consistently throughout the month, over last year's numbers. There were 1,650 sales in January, which is 452 more than last year. We are still down from 2022, but overall, we're still above long-term trends. We typically see sales in January hover around 1,000. The last time we saw sales of these numbers in January was 2005-2008. The total residential benchmark price from last month was $572,300, which is up 10% over last year and about $2,200 over last month. Benchmark price represents the monthly price of the typical home based on its attributes such as size, location, and number of bedrooms. This will differ, of course, by neighborhood, but this number represents all property types across all of Calgary. So as we know, Calgary is broken up into 4 quadrants. And you can see on the map here the further breakdown from there of the city. We saw the majority of sales happen in the city center and south. However, we've seen the highest gains in total residential benchmark price year over year from northeast area and the east. In terms of what is selling, we're still seeing detached homes lead the pack at 734 sales, but apartments are coming in hot at 488. Semi-detached homes and row homes fall in the middle, with row homes at 297 sales and semis having the least amount of sales at 131. We are definitely seeing the rise in apartment-style condo sales, which makes sense. As interest rates rise, many people are pushed down to lower price points. Apartment prices have been suppressed for years, and now that prices are rising, it might be a good time to sell your condo, possibly buy your move-up home, or capitalize on your investment. In keeping with our trend of watching sales throughout the month to see where we stand compared to last year, as of February 9th, we're at 654 sales, and last year we were at 540 sales, so we're still ahead. Now, in order to see more sales, we need more homes for sale. We saw new listings rise to a total of 2,137, and this increase was nice, but with strong demand, it did little to move the needle in terms of inventory. In fact, demand has been so high, current inventory levels are near record lows set back in 2006. 77% of homes that were listed last month sold. We're at 1.3 months of inventory, meaning that if no new homes came to market, everything we have would sell in 1.3 months. So just looking now at this time of the recording, February 9th, there are only 855 detached homes for sale in Calgary. Apartments, there's 552, semis 181, and row and townhome 212. Calgary has a structural undersupply of housing, and it is an issue. Builders are facing rising costs for construction, labor shortages, and a slowdown of service lots coming available. So we're not building our way out of this anytime soon. Next week, I'm going to talk specifically about supply shortages, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Our chief economist at the Calgary Real Estate Board said, "Supply challenges have been a persistent problem since last year. This month's gain in new listings has helped provide options to potential purchasers, supporting sales growth. However, the growth in sales prevented any significant adjustments in supply, keeping conditions tight and supporting further price growth." So the story is the same here in Calgary. It is still very much a seller's market. If you're planning to sell, it's a great time. For January, it was taking sellers about 34 days to sell their homes. That's on average though, and we have seen homes sell a lot quicker than that, and we've seen a lot of multiple offers. I showed a house last month. It wasn't the one for my client, but it got 50 offers. 50. Crazy, right? Well, it was vastly underpriced. So you have to be skeptical when you hear those stories. If you're planning to sell, you still need to prepare your home properly, price it correctly to achieve your highest price, but it is a great time to be a seller. Now, the real question, like we said, is it a good time to buy a house here in Calgary? And like I said, my answer is not always yes. If you are planning to buy a home, the idea of homeownership is for you. I would certainly encourage you to do so before interest rates drop. if they drop. And if that happens, we'll see a flood of more buyers come back to the market, so making it hell more competitive than it is now. I think our city is setting a new benchmark for prices. I don't think we're in a bubble. I don't think prices are gonna drop drastically anytime soon. Simple supply and demand dictates this, and the demand is too high, supply is too low. That's not gonna happen in the foreseeable future, in my opinion. If you are on the fence about buying, I would say ask yourself why. If it is because you don't know if you're going to stay in the city, or that you believe in the idea of homeownership, or maybe it's straight up because home prices have went up too much and it's just too expensive. If you can rent for less than the cost of owning a home, that might make more sense for you right now. But I would encourage you to try and figure out a way to save the difference on a monthly basis if possible. I know, inflation is crushing a lot of people right now, and saving is more difficult now than ever. But please do not buy a home just because you feel like it's the next steps. You feel obligated, pressured, keeping up with the Joneses. None of that if it's not in the cards financially. A lot of people bought homes and have been financially crippled with interest rate increases. You may be better off renting than taking on something that isn't right for you right now. So is now a good time to buy? Well, that's up to you. If you have any questions about buying or selling, I would love to hear from you. You can book a call with me in the link in the description below, and have a great week.